Hello, and welcome to Havoc Wargaming, dedicated to bringing you the uncommon. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Ron, and today we're going to do an after-action report of Crooked Dice Fantasy. So let's get started. I thought I would present this year's Christmas special using 7TV's Crooked Dice Fantasy. This is a game I've had for a while now, but haven't really had a chance to ever play until a game night a couple nights ago. This is the second edition, and by second edition I mean it is the second edition 7TV rules, as opposed to a second edition of Fantasy, or the new fantasy book that is designed for the third edition of 7TV. There was just a Kickstarter for that. I don't think it's even been delivered yet. I haven't participated in that Kickstarter, but it was relatively recent. I'm pretty sure it's over now, but I'm sure they haven't fulfilled anything yet. It may still be available. I didn't participate, not because I have any difficulty with it, but I just got this game. I'd never used the fantasy stuff. I don't know how much different it may be in the new version from the old one. This is actually the very last of the box sets that were done under the second edition. So I don't know how much has changed, and I imagine if I want to use this using the third edition rules, that there's no reason I can't work that out anyway. So I haven't participated in that Kickstarter, but that is way too much information, getting away from us the actual point, which is to go to the Wargaming table. So this is a table for War in Christmas Village using 7TV Fantasy. We're playing the scenario or episode called Escape, in which Krampus and his baddies are found in the North Pole in Santa's village, and they're trying to get across. All they have to do is get people across the table and off the board. Although there are 3 objectives on the table as well that they can choose to take. There's a small present just there in front of those buildings there. There's a small present in front of the gingerbread house, just there. In the middle of the table, near that little Christmas tree, is the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin for this is going to be Elf Stone. Embodying the power of heart, mind, and body, these stones are bestowed with the most powerful of Fey magic. Choose up to 3 friendly models within 6 inches of each. These models may activate for free this turn, and if the chosen models have the folktale genre, they may add an extra die to all rolls until the cast is next on screen. Discard this MacGuffin after use. Actually, all of these things probably have the folktale genre. We've already deployed. I'm going to go ahead and give you a small introduction to who we're looking at here. There we have the ghost of St. Nicholas and his 3 zombie minions. This is Santa Claus himself with Blitzen, the humanoid deer, standing there behind him, and a backup of 2 Christmas elves. Right here we have the Mrs. Claus. She is joined by a large gingerbread man and a couple of small ones. And over here in the corner we have a Christmas tree ant. This is a good one. Sometimes they go rogue, but this one is a good one. In a similar fashion, on the other side, the baddies, we have the Christmas witch Perchta there with the Nutcracker, who has betrayed his usual side. That is the Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny normally wouldn't be considered bad, but he has become jealous because of all the attention Christmas gets over his holiday. Here we have the Frozen Crow. That in blue, in the middle there, that is Jack Frost. Just to his right is Isaac, who is sort of a NCO and narrator. Surrounded by him are 6 Christmas goons, or snow goons, as I think they are officially called. And just there is Krampus himself with the Rat King. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. I do have to roll off for initiative. We're going to roll first for Santa. Santa gets a 3 and a 6 for the baddies. So the baddies are going to go first. That makes sense. It is the nature of how this game works. We use plot points to activate. So the side that loses will get 2 to begin. That's going to be the Santa Claus side. These are used for activations and for defenses and things like that. And then we're going to go and work out a number of action points for the bad guys. Now you get 2 for each star, 1 for each co-star, and then 0.5 or half of 1 for each of your extras. We have a lot of stars over here. So Krampus gets 2, the Rat King gets 2, the Perchta only gets 1, Easter Bunny gets 1, Nutcracker gets 1, Jack Frost gets 1, 3 for the Snow Goons and 1 for Isaac, so a total of 4 there. So that's a total of 12 plot points. Until I lose people, at least, there's going to be a total of 12 points. This game also works by relying on something called trilogy cards. For those of you who have played regular 7TV, this is 2nd edition, by the way. There's a new edition out. And in fact, there's a Kickstarter right now for a new edition of Fantasy. I've hardly played the 2nd edition one, so I haven't done the new one that's tied to the new 3rd edition of the rules. This will be mostly a 2nd edition game. I'm sorry about that if you're more concerned or interested in the other one. I don't know what changes are even going to be in the Fantasy one. It looks pretty similar, and this was very new. It had come out right at the end of the 2nd edition period. Anyway, the trilogy cards is what would in Spy-Fi be countdown cards, and that's what they do. They keep track of the length of the game. They determine when the game is over. They are broken into 3 acts, first, second, and finale, and they have special abilities or special events happen under them. Those tend to escalate the further into the episode they get. The first choice that the active player gets to make is to decide whether he wants to turn 1 card over or 2. It would behoove the Krampus guys to take as long as they can because they want to get across the table. So they're going to turn 1 card. We flip that card over and we see what we've got. This is the card itself. It is Traveling Mat. Each player may move 1 item of scenery 3 inches in any direction without affecting the position of any other piece of scenery. Models and tokens on the scenery remain inside and move with the scenery. Players may not move the same item of scenery. So I'm going to assume that the gets to be done first by the side that activated it, and they're going to move, because it said it could move the things with it. I'm going to move the summoning stone closer, which will bring the MacGuffin closer to them, since it's actually on that terrain. In a similar fashion, I think what we'll do for the Santa Claus is we'll move that building, the school I think it is, so it's blocking most of their path. And then we get to start doing activations. Nutcracker has leader and Isaac has leader. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and activate the Nutcracker. So we're going to go ahead and spend a plot point. He's going to move 6, which is the normal move, up to the wall here. I guess he'll move over to here too, to there. Now he can activate, because he's leader 1, he can activate, choose 1 friendly within 6 who is not activated. So he can activate Perchta to go with him. Perchta will go with him. And move behind here for her 2 actions. I'm going to go ahead and activate Isaac. Isaac has unit leader, so he can move all of the snowmen. That would take him to there. Most of them would be up here. The snow goons are moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and activate the bunny. He's right there. So he's going to go ahead and move to this wall. He's going to jump. He can jump, so he doesn't have to be hindered by that wall. He's going to jump to there. Jack Frost is going to activate. come over to here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend 1 to move Krampus. He's going to have to... through the trees here. Move him to there. And then spend another to do the same thing with the king. Alright, that's them done. Now we go over to the other side. So this starts in a similar fashion to what we described before. So they are going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 3 zombies. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to pull 2. That's going to give both sides an additional 2. They got under cranking. Friendly extras may make 1 free move action this turn. That's actually good. We're going to use the free actions to move a bunch of the extras that I have here. Blitzen. And the elves. And the zombies only move 3, don't they? No, they move 4. I'm going to go ahead and move the missus first, I think. So I'll go ahead and spend 1. Missus is going to... she's a leader 3, so she can bring 3 of these guys with her. She's going to activate and move for 6 to hide behind the tree there. And then she's gonna shoot at the bunny. The way this game works, the first thing that has to happen is the bunny has to roll a defense. Well, actually, let's see if we actually are in range. She's gonna shoot her crossbow, it's 18 inches. She is in range. She can't aim or anything because she moved. So the first thing that has to happen is we're gonna roll for the bunny. So we look at the bunny's defense. He has 9. He's going to roll a d6 to add to that. But he can spend extra if he wants to. That'll increase his possibility of success. I think he's going to go ahead and do that. So we got some here. So 1 d6 is automatic, and then he gets his second d6. And he's going to go ahead and roll these. And add them to 9. All right. Now, you're going to take the highest of those, which in this case is a 6. He has a 6 and a 5. The 6 is going to add to the 9. That's going to be 15. The other die only does anything if it's 4, 5, or 6, in which case it adds a 1. So this doesn't count as 5. It's going to count as 1 because it is a 5. So the total is 16. That's 16 that has to be equal to or beat by the opponent. Problem is that Mrs. Claus's attack with that weapon is 8. So her chances of actually hitting are now really reduced because she has to do that same sort of thing. She's going to get a d6 that she gets to add to that 8, but the most she can score is 14. So she would need to add at least 2 more dice, and then she'd have to roll 4, 5, 6s to even get a hit. It's going to cost too many points, so that's a miss. We're not going to spend the points. I don't even need to roll the dice. We're going to call that a miss. But she does allow 3 within 9 inches to activate alongside of her. So she's going to bring the cookies. The regular gingerbread men are going to join her sort of bodyguards. And products. They could actually keep moving. I don't know if I want to do that. What can gingerbread do? They don't do much else. Well, I guess I could move them a little ahead of her so that she can... All right. I'm going to spend another activation to activate the big gingerbread man. Do the same thing for the tree ant. The tree ant will come up to here. The tree ant has an attack, boulder toss, but it's only 10 inches. Yeah, he's out of range of anything. Yeah, I'm going to end the turn there and just stay where we are. So the turn is going to go back to to the other side. They get their points back again. This side, it gets 12. They haven't lost anybody. They get to pull 1 or 2 cards. They're only going to pull inferior sequel. You must activate 1 co-star model this turn. If you do not have a co-star, you gain a plot point. They do have a co-star. They do have to activate him. That's not a real hardship, I don't think. They've already got their points. I'm going to, in fact, activate their co-star first, which is over here. The co-star is the Nutcracker. He's got leader 1, so he can activate Percha too. But he's going to come around here, heading towards that present and the far wall. He might as well move twice so he can get to the present. Percha gets to activate as well. Enter here and go up with him. That was free for her. I'm going to activate Isaac to control all of his goons. He's going to head over here. And these guys are going to come with him. Well, yes, he can actually move 6. I don't want to move too far. I'm going to move him another 4. These guys are slow, chopping along behind him. Jack Frost. All right. And all we have left over here is Krampus and the Rat King. I think they're just going to sit there for now. So turn goes back to the Santas. They're going to go ahead and play 2 cards because they do want to end things quicker. You can't. I could. Does it have to be equal rank? Yeah, it has to be a star. It has to be one of the stars. I'm going to do Santa. Do the Rat King. So the Rat King gets pulled to here. Santa gets pulled 6 inches up to where he wants to be, which is there. Again, we get 12. We get 2 discs because we stole, or because we spent 2. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Tree Ant. Tree Ant is going to move his 3. I think I moved him too far last time. Could have done it. He's going to move to there. He's going to throw a boulder. A Perchta. Yeah, he's going to throw a boulder at Perchta. That's one of the things he can do. Her defense is 10. Wow. I don't think she's going to add anything. Well, she could. Why not? There's plenty of dice here. So she's going to add to that. She gets, so this is a great example. We got a 5 and a 2. So the 5 gets added to her 10 and makes it 15, but the 2 does nothing. I have to beat 15. The Tree Ant, he's only got an 8, so he probably can't hit her. Yeah, so that's just going to be a miss. He's not going to add dice to it. Well, he could. Why not? Let's go ahead. He's got lots of dice over here. So I'm going to add 3. So he's got his original dice plus 3 more. Not good. A complete waste. He got a 5, and then a 1, 1, and a 3. So all of those miss. Well, that was expensive. Gonna activate the misses. She's gonna move for 6 and shoot her crossbow. That's gonna be a 10. 10 against a 10. We'll go ahead and add dice to that. 10, 15. That's only 15. Still, it's 15. Mrs. Claus hits with the crossbow for an 8. It's going to be like last time. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 into that. Because it worked so well for me last time. Okay. That's going to make it a 14. That'll make it a 15, equal to or lower works. So that is a hit. The crossbow does 1 health and has to be readied. First it takes a hit. Readied means there has to be an activation to get it reusable. And then we'll activate her little minions. Pop, 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 pop. I'm going to activate Blitzen. Oh. Blitzen is right there. He's going to fly for 6 because that's what he does. He shoots him over these rocks. He's going to land here, and then he's going to move the second 6 to get at that objective. St. Nicholas is going to activate using leader 1 to get a door open for him. And then he's going to move to here. We'll sit here for now. I think we're going to leave off, so we'll go ahead and go to the other side. Problem with this many stars is you get tons and tons of these. This is the beginning of Act 2, and we get rear projection. Place the Blast 5 template on a patch of rough ground and ignore the usual movement penalty for the area covered this turn. If there's no rough ground, center the Blast 5 template on a friendly star. Friendly models touched by the template can move 2 inches immediately as a free action. Okay, I do have rough ground, so I'm going to have to use that. I don't have anybody on it. I don't see how it's going to matter. We're not going in that. Well, we'll put it on here just in case these guys get backed up. And then we'll start activating. First thing I'm going to do is activate the Nutcracker. That's going to spend a point to do that. Then he's going to pick up the prize. He's going to get a plot point back for that because he's a co-star. He could do an immobilized attack. 6 inches. Anything within that range? She is. Alright, sure, why not? He's going to try to do this on the missus. She's just going to do the... Okay, so she rolled a 6, she's got a 10, so that's 16. He's got... misinformation is 8, so he's not likely to beat that. So he won't even try. But he'll go ahead and activate Perchta right next to him. Perchta is going to go and use one of her another influence to do Cantankerous Influence. Special action. If this model passes a mind statistic test, choose one of the following. So mind statistic cross-references her mind, which is a 5. And there's a little chart. So with a mind statistic to 5, she needs to roll 3 or higher. So we're going to roll the dice, and she gets a 6, so that's successful. So she has a choice of Blighted Land, center the Blast 3 template on an objective token within 12, or area of entropy, place the Blast 5 anywhere within 12. This area is rough ground until you're cast to the next screen. Or impenetrable domain. Blast the barrier trap in base contact with this model, and it blocks line of sight until your cast is next on screen. That's the best, I think. So she's going to do that. And it's going to protect both of them. She probably should have done Blister and Curse first. Going to activate the bunny. The bunny's going to shoot at Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus has a 10 defense. Oh, should have rolled. That's 11. Bunny, scoped pistol, shoots at 7. He can go ahead and add 2 to that, I think. Okay, not enough. Wait, is it? Scope 7, it's 11. Yeah, that's it. Not good. Scope pistol, and it could do 2 shots actually. He's going to fire a second shot at her. This time she will spend some dice on it. So it's 10, 16, and 17. So he's not spending dice to do that. That ain't going to work. But he did do 1 damage to Mrs. Claus. Isaac is going to go. He's going to bring his little mob with him. He is within 6, isn't he? Sure is. So he's going to charge in. And they're going to charge. Don't think they can all actually do that. So Isaac's going to be Isaac and the first goon are the only ones actually fighting. This is Blitzen. Blitzen defends at 8. I think I need to roll at least 2. So that was a miss, but this one, that's going to make it a 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. So the first one he's going to defend at 15. Isaac, his short sword is at 6. He's going to go ahead and spend 3. 10. Nope, doesn't make it. So the second one's going to attack him. This is a normal snow goon. Blitzen's defense is 8. He's going to go ahead and spend 3. No, 2. 8. That's 8 and 5, so 13. The snow goon needs a 13. He has a 7. We're going to go ahead and spend 3. All right. So 7 and 6. That's 13, 14, 15, which would make this a hit. That is the first kill. That's Blitzen down. Blitzen is just an extra with only 1 hit point. And that was a free action, which means Isaac can pull up the prize. He's taken an objective. So far, the bad guys had 2 objectives, as well as having made it a good way across the board. I'm going to move Frost. And he's going to take the MacGuffin. So they've got all of that. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Rat King and Krampus. I guess I'll activate the bunny. The bunny will aim and shoot at Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus will spend 2. Nothing. Well, 3. So 13. Bunny can do that. Bunny's got a scope pistol of 7. Go ahead and spend 3. We spent a lot of points this turn. Bunny's got 7, 12, 13, 14. It's definitely a hit. Because I aimed. I shouldn't have aimed. I should have shot twice. I forgot his gun did that. That's a second shot on Mrs. Claus. She's going to need some healing. We're going to go ahead and take 2 for taking 2 cards. That gives the opponents 2 as well, but 2 cards is better. We get oiled for the camera. Your stars and co-stars gain the on fire status. When your cast is next on screen, you must pay 2 to remove the on fire status from any star or co-star of your cast. Wow, that's wild. Oh, that's Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, St. Nicholas. That's rough. See what I mean about them escalating though? I mean, that's a nasty one. And I have to get 2 statuses to get rid of it, and I'm getting lower on statuses. Alright, so fire. Own end phase, roll 2d6. So they will take health damage if they are still on fire at the end of this turn. They do get to be moved up to 3 inches by the opponent. Mrs. Claus is going to go ahead and activate. She's going to play 2 points to get rid of the fire. And she's going to, that's going to be a special action. It's going to cost another point, but it's going to draw everybody 3 inches towards her. Everybody on her side. Not everybody. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to protect her and try to get her healed. That's expensive. She's using the Amulet of Protection. I'm going to try to use that to keep from getting hurt. She's going to also activate her... she can activate 3 within 9 inches of her. They have no line of sight. Move the treant to there. This is a free active. He's going to move there, and he's going to do his boulder toss. So he's got an 8. He's going to try to hit Frost. Frost has a defense of 9. Going to go ahead and add 2 dice to that. Got to roll. So 3 dice. Not a bad hit. So 6, that's 15, 16, 17. Odds are the tree, well, the tree probably can't beat that. So we'll leave that where it is. Going to activate Santa. Santa's going to have to spend 1 to activate, 2 to get rid of his fire. I'm moving over the wall. All right. I still have Nicholas. I want to activate Nicholas. Nicholas is going to order one of them forward. And he's going to go and over there. Try to get to her to do healing hands. Oh, he needed to spend 2 for the fire and 1 to activate. And I think that's going to be it. They're only going to take 1. They're going to get histrionic hand waving. All spells are -1 difficulty to perform this turn. We haven't really been doing much of that anyway. Oh, the barriers both disappear. Okay. We've used nothing over here. Gonna activate Isaac and his little Bob. I think I want to take her down. Jack Frost can frozen darts. Yeah, Jack Frost's gonna do frozen darts. He's got an 8. She's gonna have to spend points. Oh, she can't be targeted. So we will target St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas's defense is 10. He's gonna go ahead and spend 2. 15. Frost has 8. He's going to go ahead and spend 3. 8. Just 14. That's not enough. He gets free dice. Should have had a free die to that. gonna go ahead to go there. I will activate the Nutcracker. Nutcracker's gonna go there and there. Take her with him. Activate the bunny. Shoot at St. Nicholas. Nicholas is gonna spend 2. 4. That's 14. Bunny is gonna spend 2. So that's 3. 14. That's a hit. And he's gonna shoot at him again. Do 2 again. That's 10. 13. We'll go ahead and spend 3. 7, 12, 13. Nickel and Dimey just barely hitting these guys, but that's what it takes, man. Go ahead and move Rat King. And we'll do our Crowd of Ancients on the big guy. So the tree defends on 9, 14, just 14. So we're gonna go ahead and put 2 on that. All right, so he has 9, that's 14, 15, and 16. He has dominated. That's weekend, but and that we will end this part of the turn. Rough turn, or should we steal? Stealing is not a bad idea. We're going to take 2 more because we're going to spend 2 cards. We got Wandering Monster. All non-large or non-massive models must make a body statistic test. Models that fail are knocked down. And that's almost everybody. So Santa's body is 4. He needs a 4 or higher. Santa's knocked down. Workshop Elves, their body is 2. They need a 6. Ooh. First one is down. Second one is down. Mrs. Claus, her body is 4, so she needs a 4 or higher. She got it. Gingerbread, the giant man is fine. The little ones need a 5 or higher. That one's fine. The one with the candy cane is down. And the one with the sword is also down. Nicholas needs a 5 or higher. He is fine. The zombies need 4s. One is down. That one's up, and this one here is down. All right, that's a rough turn. I'm going to activate Nicholas. He's going to walk to her. And he's going to Healing Hands. He needs a spirit test. His spirit is 5. Needs a 3 or higher. He's got it. So Healing Hands, 1 health. So Claus is a little bit better off than she had been. I'm going to activate Claus, I think. So we're going to activate Claus. She's going to go ahead and just shoot, I guess. Oh, she can't. She's going to ready and then shoot. She's going to shoot at Frost. She's right near him. So Frost is defends on a 9. Go ahead and put 2 on there. That was lousy. So he's got 12. He's got 12 to get hit by a crossbow from Claus. Claus has an 8. To hit him, she would need a 3. I'm not gonna add anything to that. And she got it, 5. So that's another hit on Frost. I actually had an extra die, so that was nothing. Frost has taken a hit. She can activate the cookie guys. So one's going to close with Frost. These two are going to stand up. The one that closes gets a free attack. Alright, so let's remember his extra die this time. So he has a defensive 9. He's going to get a free die already. I'm going to leave that down. That's 15, 16 against an attack of 7. We're going to add to that. Add 3 to that. 7. Alright, so 14. That's nothing. I need to undominate. See what it takes to undominate. So I could have just done that. Then he can spend 1 and be undominated. The treant comes back. Alright, so he's going to do that. I'm going to activate treant. He's going to move up to here. He's going to do his, for free, he's going to do his branches attack. So that'll affect everybody there, including, unfortunately, his own guy. I'm not going to save anything for that guy. So Gingerbread Man saves on a 7. I'm not going to add to the die either. So 14, that's a hit. So that Gingerbread Man is just swapped out of the air by the big guy. All right. Now, more importantly, what are we going to do for them? I'm going to do 2 die, or add a die for Jack Frost. He has a 9. That's 15, 16. He's got a 16. The tree has to hit. He's got a 10 already. He needs a 6, 4. So 4. That is not a hit. And the Rat King has a 10. He's got a 4. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 more on that. 15. Rat King is hit for 1. Alright, I'm going to activate Claws. He's going to stand up. He's going to he'll do his immobilize. So that's 11. $15, 16. So he doesn't do any harm, but he immobilizes him. I guess I'll stand up. They're going to pull 1 card. That's all they want. Trilogy. They're going to get an extra 2 because it's a trilogy. How about thee? Until this cast is next on screen, all models may perform 2 fight, shoot, or present strike actions in any combination during their activation. Okay, this could be a deadly turn. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate Isaac and his snow goons and get him off the table. Alright, those guys are all off the table. We're going to activate Frost, get rid of his immobilize. Frost is going to use his frozen darts. He's going to use his frozen darts at Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus, her defense is 10. We will spend the last one to give her 2 dice. That was a waste, but she got a 16, so she does still have a 16. Frost attack is 8. He's going to spend 3 on that. He gets an extra 1. So it's 13, 14. Not enough. But you could close with Santa. Should have done that first. That was a mistake. This way here. I'm going to activate Nutcracker and Perchta. Try to get them off the table. They're probably going to make it. I think Rat King has to deal with the tree. I'm going to do the voodoo doll. Put distracted back on him. Dominated, I mean. And he's gonna go hit. Ooh, everybody. All of them. Do that same one, the brush. Alright, he's gonna go and he's gonna hit. They've got the tree ant again. They've dominated the tree ant, and he's going to attack all sorts of people. So we'll do Mrs. Claus first. Can't add anything to it. She gets a 15. They can, however, add to that. It's going to be a 10. Needs to be 15. 15, 16. He's got it. So that's another damage to her. It also pushes her 6 inches. Defense 10, 15 for St. Nicholas. We're going to put another 2 into those. That's 14. So that one didn't make it. And then Santa Claus. Santa Claus 1. So that's 11. We'll take 2 more. That's 14, 15. That's a hit on Santa. It also knocks Santa 6 inches back. And I think that's it. We're going to spin 2. And it's a finale card. Recast. Choose a friendly model of no more than 3 health at its maximum. Restore it to full health. Recast. I've got to do that to Mrs. Claus. Alright. First thing we're going to have to do is activate Nicholas. Nicholas is going to let the domination be removed from the big guy, and he's going to leader 1. He's going to leader 1. He's going to activate the tree ant who he's just removed the dominate from, and he's going to send him to attack with a stomp for 9. The Rat King. So Rat King's going to spend 2. His defense is 10. He's got a 16, 17. I suspect I'm not going to be able to beat that. Yeah, I don't want to spend all that, so we'll let that go. Yeah, she is. So he'll close. He'll attack. And he's got 16. Probably can't beat that with Candy Cane Boy. So 16. Candy Cane Boy is only a 6, so he can't beat that. I'm gonna shoot at Frost, the elf. Frost's defense is 9. He's gonna go ahead and spend that. He gets an extra die anyway. So 9, 14, 15. The archer elf gets 8. We'll put 3, 8. 14, 15, 16. Puts a wound on Frost. And as I recall, oh, Frost is gone. Killed Frost. He could have gone. And he could have gotten there. So he'll attack Krampus. This is probably not going to go well. Krampus is 10. No dice left. 13. It's attacked by a zombie. Zombies Infected Bite is a 7. We'll add 2. Seven, 11, that's nothing. Alright. Zombie doesn't get him. Alright, last turn, battle music. This turn, all extra dice purchase add +1 to the value of the roll on a 3 rather than a 4. Oh, cool. Alright, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to move Nutcracker, and he's going to get off the table with Percha. No one else is getting off the table. I may just end this here. Yeah, I'm not going to change much here. No one's getting off the table. Don't think I'm taking anybody else out that'll matter. So we're just going to stop that here. Let me look and see what the victory conditions of the scenario were. 4 points for normal victory stuff. Escape with half their models? Yes. So that is another 2 points, so 6 points. They also had a co-star, 2 co-stars get away, so that's 8 points. 8 points to 1 star being taken out, so it's a 7 point, it's a crushing victory. So the Krampus side won by a crushing victory. So that was my War in Christmas Village using Crooked Dice's 7TV Fantasy. I hope you enjoy the game. The figures I used are all from Jackalope Miniatures. They are made specifically to be used for whatever sort of game you want. Last year I used Pulp Alley. The year before that I used rules actually written by the creator of those figures. But I thought that 7TV would be a better fit than some of those other systems were, and I think it was. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or any comments, or you play the game yourself and want to say something, please put those in the content section down below. Also, we look at the content section for any ideas for further concepts or ideas you'd like to see us produce as content here on Cry Havoc Wargaming. If you've enjoyed the video and found it useful, I hope you'll hit like. And if you'd like to receive further notification for videos like this that may help you determine how to better spend your time or money in your tabletop wargaming hobby, then I hope you'll hit subscribe and ring our notification bell. Till next time, cheers.